known by its map designation as Area 51.
We're now learning Area 51,
known as Area 51.
Thank you for
Near
clearing
Area
that up.
51.
Thank you.
Known as Area 51.
Because Area 51 is very important.
They called him Jimmy, and everybody wanted to be his friend.
What's good? Welcome here at 51 with your host Jimmy. Another day in the jungle. Give us a like, subscribe, and also check our webpage, goldenairboxing.com, for more information news. We got everything there just for you, for those who are passionate about boxing and who really just like, real boxing. It's very hard today, to find analysts who are not going to be biased. I am very biased when it comes down to boxing, but very unbiased when I speak about different fighters. So please do not take offense if I don't like the fighter or I believe your fighter will lose. It's just my opinion, okay? I don't give free Kleenex here, but you can get one in the supermarket. All right, so give us a like, subscribe, and let's cook on this a little bit. All right, so I give predictions of fights. I'm gonna be wrong, and I'm going to be right a few times. I've been right past 2 to 3 months. I've been hitting it well. I've probably been wrong in one. I think one I was wrong. I forgot which fight that was. But I believe that Ryan Garcia has a very good chance of beating Gervonta Davis. I have my suspicions why. It's because of his style. He has a good jab, and jabs are very important in boxing. And anybody who has a good established jab can really hurt their opponent, specifically if they know how to use it right. And Ryan Garcia has a first jab, which is a good first power jab, and he has a good second hand, which are actually very deadly, right? And one of the things that Joe Goosen said, which I completely agree with, is that Ryan Garcia can actually crack your jaw with his power. He does have power. What he did to Javier Fortuna was something that, even though Javier Fortuna went up one weight class, it still was, an impressive thing. But as we know, Ryan Garcia has ducked other fighters. He ducked Jojo Diaz. He could have fought him. He ducked Devin Haney. He could have fought Devin Haney as well. I think Devin Haney definitely can beat Ryan Garcia. And as far as that, I'm not sure that he ducked anybody else. Let me think about that. Well, he did fight against Fortuna, so that settles that. So Ryan Garcia is a dangerous fighter. Now, of course, a lot of people don't give him too much credit because, first of all, the guy is white. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay, let's be frank. He's white, so automatically that puts him a step below, especially when you're comparing them with the traditional and more, talented Black American fighters. Not African, they're blacks. Black Americans, man. I keep saying African Americans. See, the media got me fucked up, man. They try to brainwash me too. So just Americans, but the traditional Black American boxer is normally the cream of the crop when it comes down to boxing. I mean, there's no question about that. So when you see Ryan Garcia, you start to say, you know what? He doesn't really have an opportunity. I don't think he's going to beat Tank. But I actually do believe he has a good chance to beating Tank. I can't say the same if he was fighting Devin Haney or Shakur Stevens. I think both of them beat Ryan Garcia. But I also believe that both of them beat the shit out of Tank too. Okay. So to me, Tank, as I said before, and I gave my prediction, Tank is a fighter that gets hit a lot. He's not a Floyd Mayweather Jr. He does get hit a lot. The problem is he hasn't encountered power to crack him down. And a lot of people say, well, Jimmy, he has a good job. That's why nobody can knock him out. That is true, but it's not the only way to put somebody down. You can hit him in the temple. You can hit him, in the liver, and that's how you can put down a boxer. I mean, you don't have to always hit him in the chin, There's different ways to hurt a boxer. You can break his rib, and everybody has ribs, and there's not such thing as a granite rib or a granite liver shot, or that doesn't exist, or a granite temple. You can get hit and get hurt by that. And actually, Ryan has hit a lot of opponents in the temple and won, especially that right hook he has is dangerous. So to me, I believe that Ryan Garcia can win this fight. But if this rumor is true, and the rumor that Joe Goosen is not training Ryan Garcia, I have to take a step back, because I do believe that Joe Goosen has helped Ryan Garcia. And I think with Joe Goosen in his corner, Ryan Garcia having the utensils that he has already, it's not something he has to learn again, it's something that he already knows. He can definitely be dangerous, because when he was with the Reynosos, they're a bunch of cheaters. Canelo Alvarez and their team, they all doing some sort of shit. They're doing something. They're fucking cows or somebody, but they're definitely getting something in their system. Especially Canelo Alvarez, he was caught with clenbuterol, and excuses came on and forth. I never subscribed to that, but Joe Goosen is a good trainer. Joe Goosen is a good trainer. He trained Sugar Shea Mosley, right? He made Sugar Shea Mosley a good fighter. He was a good fighter. With Sugar Shea Mosley was a good fighter under him. He also trained, who was the other guy? Riddick Bowe. He trained Riddick Bowe. He trained Diego Corrales. Now, Diego Corrales lost against Floyd Mayweather Jr., but in his way up, he was doing well with his style. So Joe Goosen does have some experience in the game, and I do believe that he could definitely help Ryan Garcia. But if it's true that Ryan Garcia is no longer with Joe Goosen, and he's training with a Latino trainer, then I have my problems with that, because I don't know a lot of Latino trainers who can teach the basics of fundamental moving and using your jab. I have a problem with that. One thing that I wish for more Latino fighters to do is to train with the traditional trainers who teach you the jab, whether it's a black trainer, whether it's a white trainer that knows that, or even one of those Italo-American trainers who also know that sort of boxing skills. The problem with Latino trainers, and that's why I have a problem with Ryan, is that they are training a certain style that is not going to help them, in my opinion. And Joe Goosen would have helped them, and I have to reverse my prediction now, because if he's not training with Joe Goosen, then obviously I don't think he's going to beat Tank Davis. In fact, I would now put it between a 70-30 opportunity. Before, I would say is different, but now the corner does make a difference. The corner does make a difference, because the trainers, a lot of times, they make adjustments, and they remind the fighters within the rounds what they need to do and not to do. See, it's like a second call in your head, right? They tell you what you got to do and what you can't do. So, in my opinion, without Joe Goosen there, Ryan Garcia will have more problems, in my opinion. And I don't see him beating Gervonta Davis. He has Joe Goosen. I think he beats Gervonta Davis. Without Joe Goosen, I don't think he beats him. And that changes the narrative. Now, this could be also a stunt. It could be false. It could be a lie that Ryan Garcia, he's showing himself, hitting the pads and whatever, and he looks pretty choppy. It could be a strategy, to believe that he's doing a terrible job, and then the day of the fight he's training. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. This is a rumor, both of these things. I saw Ryan Garcia in that clip where he's hitting the pads. But one of the reasons why I think this could be a lie is because he seems like he's cut up well. He's still well cut up. Okay, I can see that his body is well cut up. So normally a sloppy fighter tends to gain weight, and he seems to be in shape. So have more difficulty. They're also saying that he's only going 3 times a week to the gym. I don't know if I could believe that in one of the biggest and most dangerous fights in his career. To hear that be a little bit shocking, but hey, who knows? I don't know, really. I don't, I'm not in Ryan's ass, and I don't know what's going on in his camping and his training camp. But I have my suspicions that that's hard to believe. We'll see. If he loses against Gervonta Davis, he wasn't ready, then there's no excuse for that, because you got to be ready for any fight. So, especially because he has a rehydration clause too, which I think is that's some real pussy shit from Gervonta Davis. And to be honest with you, he beats Gervonta Davis. If Ryan beats Gervonta Davis, he gets full credit, because he didn't put any hydration clause or any conditions. But if Gervonta is beating Ryan Garcia with a rehydration clause, yes, he beat Ryan, but he beat him with a rehydration clause. Just the same that Canelo Alvarez beat Sergey Kovalev, but with a rehydration clause. So that makes a whole difference in how you beat a fighter. So that's not good from Gervonta Davis, and I think that wasn't a wise thing to do. If he's better than Ryan Garcia, he doesn't need to do that. If you're doing that, that makes me suspicious of you. And not only that, because if now he beats Ryan, let's say he does beat Ryan, and now he's fighting, let's say, Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, who's a much bigger dude, is he going to put rehydration clauses to them too? I mean, this is the killer of worlds. This is the guy who destroys everybody, and he's putting dehydrate. Then that to me is not a destroyer. That's a pussy because he's putting rehydration. You don't do that in a fight. You got to fight in the division you're in, and it is what it is. But anyway, that's a different topic. But whatever it is, if Joe Goosen is not in Ryan Garcia's camp, Ryan Garcia is not beating Gervonta Davis. That's how I see it. I don't think that would be very stupid from Ryan Garcia. And I hope this is really a rumor and this is not true. We'll find out the day of the fight. It seems like Joe Goosen, was in the press conference when he was with Gervonta Davis and Calvin Ford. But we'll see. We shall see. I don't know. I can't really say. But hopefully it's not true because I do want to see a good fight with a rehydration clause. So peace up to everybody. Give us likes here and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace up. And also check our website, goldenerboxing.com, for all your boxing aficionados. Real boxing aficionados, not the pussy ones who are emotional. Those are not boxing aficionados. Those are lady girls. Peace out. Next video.